What's going on, everybody? This is John Jake Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Coach Grossman Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp. Of course, we got a good game in store for us here, man. We come in ranked number 18 in the nation. We are taking on a solid Temple squad. They are 7-3 overall, 4-2 in conference play. We're undefeated in conference play, though, and Lee Corso is going to be rocking with us, and for a good reason, of course. We got a B+ offense and an A- defense to go with it, while Temple is just B- across the board, so they're a good team, but we should be able to beat these guys. But that being said, we did have some close calls in the past, but that being said, you just got to look to the future, baby, and right now, I am excited for the future of this episode. So if you guys are excited as well, I need you guys to go ahead and do me a favor. Smash that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button as well if you have to be brand new. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it, man. And I'll see you guys on the field. Alright, man. So we are out here in the city of brotherly love. As one of the first plays of the game for Temple, they actually go deep on us. And one of the few times that we get exposed out there on the corners, they done goofed us. We've been bamboozled. We've been flabbergasted. It don't matter what y'all think, but we give up a touchdown. Very first offensive play of the game for the Temple Owls. And just like that, we are down 7-0. So our offense got a little bit of work to do. We got to tie this game up. We got to provide a response to what Temple just did to us on the other end. And here's the stats for Ben Archie from last season. I don't know why they're only showing last year's stats at this point in comparison to this season, since this regular season is almost over. We only got this game, and then we got one more non-conference game after this, as Ben Archie breaks out a massive run downfield, a gain of 30 yards. And we're chilling in that maroon zone now, especially after Timmy McClain able to get up in there and get a nice little run on that read option. So let's go, baby. 1st and 10, trying to finish things up in the red zone. Is now McClain going to hand it off to Kenneth Simmons, and Simmons is going to burst forward for a gain of 7. Not the fastest guy, but he's always falling forward. And he certainly fell forward there. Let's see if we can finish this drive, though. 3rd and short, gonna throw it quick out to Tyler Ray, and Tyler Ray can't get into the end zone. He was right there, but at least they do give us the 1st down, and 1st and goal on, like, what is it, like the 1-2 inch line maybe? We're gonna finish things off here. Touchdown over to Spencer Tate. We provide the answer. Look at those passing stats for Timmy McClain, by the way. He didn't do on that drive. 3 for 4, 60 yards passing, but he does get credit with the touchdown pass. And we will end up tying things up at 7 apiece, as we need to do a little bit better on the defensive end. Long touchdown passes, I love it if, my boy Timmy McClain is throwing that rock and he's getting those 50 yards bombs, but when Temple's doing it, nah, we can't have any of that now. So we'll see if our defense can tie it up, as we do get them to a 3rd and short, but we give up the 1st down, as Reggie Cox was able to get open on a crossing route. So a 1st and 10 for the Temple Owls, as now Phillips will drop back and pass. It's a play action, and again, another longer completion for James De La Pesca. And listen, man, last year when we played these guys, it ended up being an absolute shootout. And we might mess around and get a shootout again if we're not careful now, And honestly, would be the worst case scenario, at least for this year, because our offense isn't built the same as it was, more built for when we got a lead, right? The receivers are just a little too young, which that's fine, man. Those receivers will eventually grow up. They'll get better eventually, but right now Temple is just doing whatever they want right now. Ken Romero able to go ahead and get that 13-yard catch. Is now 3rd and long coming up. Phillips dropping back, and it's almost intercepted. We had 2 different guys go after that football, but none of them can catch it. And they will end up getting a field goal because of it. So we're back to being down once again, down 10-7, but our offense is starting to be a little bit more of a one-dimensional. Get a 10-yard catch from Nathan Stevens, our longest pass play of the game so far, but we can also do some things with the ground game. McClain going to pitch it out to Ben Archie, who picks up a gain of 9. So a 3rd and short coming up for us here is now McClain. He's looking around. He's facing some pressure. Going to try to escape the pocket. And look who he finds downfield. Trey Myers. Okay, man. Way to get it done on the scramble drill. Glad that didn't end in an interception. More importantly, and we can keep the drive alive because of it, as we can continue to utilize the strong legs of Timmy McClain. Is now 3rd and 6 coming up for us here. We're in a 5-wide set. McClain dropping back. Nobody really open there. Going to try to run for the first down marker, and we're going to get there. Except there's a flag on the field. You got to be joking me. It's on our offense, too. And that's going to back us up all the way to the 41. So whenever we get out of this quarter, we got a 3rd and 14 that we got to deal with. I'm not feeling it, but got an exciting football game. I think you guys will like it, too. So let's go. Second quarter now underway. We got a 3rd and 14. Not where I want to be, but it is what it is. So as we find Spencer Tate over the middle of the field for a 12-yard catch. It's not a first down, but what that will do, though, is making a manageable 4th down. We will go for it, and we're going with the read option where Timmy McClain takes care of the rest, and oh, we didn't need that second cut. Oh, my goodness. If it wasn't for that second cut, I think Timmy McClain would have been in the end zone straight up and down, but hey, still a really nice gain there. And we get a really nice throw over the middle of the field. That was right in between 3 guys. Don't know how Trey Myers came down with it, but I'm not complaining, though, as it sets up a goal line situation, and it's just a parting of the Red Sea there. Touchdown, Southern Florida. We will go ahead and retake the lead here, and we will be up 14-10 in this one. Definitely got ourselves a little bit of a shootout on our hands right now. But yet, as I say that, we also forced Temple to go 3 and out on their next possession. And I don't know what it is about these bubble screens, but whenever we've been running them lately, like the past couple of games, they've been working out really well. We get a gain of 12 out of it. You know, usually that bubble screen ends horribly for us, but I mean, this season, though, we're getting some success for it. Something that maybe we can run a little bit more often when we need to make a play, you know, down the side of the field or something like that. But Ben Archie, he's going to go ahead. He is going to pick up a gain of 12 out of that. So, Ben Archie getting that first down. And we're back in the maroon zone, as Uncle Sam would say. And we go from the maroon zone to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Florida. And how about that hot start by Timmy McClain? 10 for 11. My man is rattling off to a hot start. And a commanding lead to show for it, too. Now up 21-10 as of right now. And we got a 3 and out on our next possession once again. Maybe we can mess around, get a good return as well. JR, okay. Sideline, can't get the edge. Just not as fast as Ben Archie, I guess. But, I mean, this offense has been off to a hot start. And specifically, Timmy McClain, he's got 3 touchdowns in this one already. Doing with 137 yards of total offense. But Ben Archie, he can make some men miss too as he falls forward and gets to about the 30-yard line once again. It's a 10-yard run for him. And another 1st and 10 showing because of it is now Timmy McClain. He's looking downfield. He's going to get it off to Trey Myers, who ends up going ahead and picking up a gain of 8. So now we got ourselves a 2nd and short coming up here. Going to go with another play action. Great play action down, by the way. And we make him pay for it. Another great catch by Tyler Ray. Gain of 14 on this one. He's starting to rack up those catches early once again. We get this 1st and goal. Looking for another touchdown. Screen. Nathan Stevens, but he fumbles it. Oh, baby, why'd you have to do that to me? Oh, Nathan Steffens. I'm not saying you would have gotten to the end zone, but you got to hang on to that football, man. And instead of a touchdown, it ends up being a turnover. You absolutely hate to see it. So now Temple has his football. Or at least we did have them in the shadow of their own goal line, but Brian Murray's going to make a big catch downfield. He was the same guy that had that massive touchdown grab in the first quarter. But we do get him at least to a 3rd and long, and it seems like Temple is going to go ahead and take their sweet time. You know, maybe they're feeling a little bit scared, a little bit complacent. They know what this offense is capable of. They do not want to give Timmy McClain too much time, though, and that's what they do. They call a screen, but we're right there. We got guys around him, and you know what? We're going to call a timeout. You can't play with us doing stuff like that now. And with a minute left, Timmy McClain steps on the field for us as we look to make a play. Tyler Ray getting us off on a really good start there. Getting us to about the 35-yard line. But we will use a timeout there, though. So we got one timeout left to play with as McCain, looking over the middle, was looking for Spencer Tate, but a little bit offline there. Only the second incompletion of the game for Timmy McClain. And another 3rd down waiting for us as we'll throw over the middle. Find Adam Covington, who gets lit up like a Christmas tree. But still holding on the football. And we can get our troops to the line quickly now. McCain looking to the right. Gets it out to Adam Covington again. The 2nd consecutive catch on the drive for him. As we got to move quickly once again. 3rd and 5. We might have one more play after this, and we won't even need it, though. Tyler Ray getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Florida. And how about this commanding lead that is unfolding right before our eyes, man? 28-10. That's what the score ends up being going into the locker room. We don't get the ball to start this second half, but I love how this team is playing right now. So we had a fantastic first half. You want to get things going in that second half? We end up forcing that 3 and out. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and really take control, take charge of this game, you know. And look at that first down difference. Like, outside of the long throw that John Phillips had, you know, like in the very first offensive play of the game that they got, they really have not been able to do much of anything against us. They got a few first downs, which is cool, but I mean, we've really been holding it down, to be honest with you. We got 2nd and 4 coming up. Quick throw to Tyler Ray. And listen, if you're going to play that soft on me, I'm going to take it. I only need that first down. That's really the name of the game. Pick up 10 yards in 3 plays. That's honestly, it doesn't sound that hard, you know, when you say it like that, but like, it is a little bit harder than it sounds. But we're making it look easy, you know, and it's really helpful when we get ourselves in these 2nd and short situations. Now 3rd and short, but should be able to pick this up with the quarterback blast, but we don't get there, though. And we will have to go ahead and punt this football away. So we come away empty-handed there on that possession. So now Temple will go ahead and take over at about the 20-yard line as Phillips ends up getting wrapped up right away. Oh my. Looks like that was Jamari Stewart that went in there and blew up that play real quick. So now it's 2nd and 14 as Cook is desperately looking for some space and actually got it. Joe Cook getting back to the original line of scrimmage and then some, making this 3rd down a whole lot easier for the Temple Owls. As Phillips will drop back on a play action, finds James Della Pesca for the 1st down, getting open on that crossing route once again. As we do have yet another 1st and 10. Cook looking to run upfield. Is going to go ahead and pick up the 1st down. A gain of 12 for Joe Cook, who's starting to heat up as well. We'll see if they keep going to him, or will they try to get back into this game quick with Joe Phillips. John looking, trying to scramble, and he fumbles the ball. And it's A.J. Houston that picks it up. He breaks 1 tackle. Can't break away from a second, but that's our first turnover of this game, man. And that was our safety A.J. Houston that got the fumble recovery, although Grady Nugent, what needs to be said, he was the one that actually forced that fumble in the first place. And now we'll take over with some fantastic field position to work with. We got to be able to capitalize off of a turnover like that, especially, when our defense is doing its thing right now. So let's see if we can do that. Going with the quarterback power to the right-hand side. McLean looking to try to get to the outside. Can't get there, but he does manage to get to that first down marker. Gain of 4. So not really that pretty of a play, but hey, a first down is a first down. It moves the chains, and that's all I care about. We're not about, we may have, aired it out and really, put like 50 burgers all over the place, but we're just not necessarily that team this year, as it looks like Ben Archie got a little bit shaken up. So if I see his injury pop on, I will definitely show that for you guys. But for right now, Kenneth Simmons is going to be in the game for us. He's proven himself, in that backup role. He really took on that Ben Archie role this year, at least, in the offense. As Tate McLean, he's going to take it to the outside. Can't get to the end zone, but he will reach that first down marker once again. A gain of 11. As now we're trying to punch it into the end zone on a 2nd and goal. And Simmons will take care of the rest. Touchdown, Southern Florida, baby. And we extend the lead on a really solid Temple team. They came in 7-3. These guys are, I'm not saying that they're cold or anything like that, but they're a solid squad. They're not trash by any means, but hey, we're taking care of business right now. Up 35-10 as we just saw Jordan Smith definitely plow over a wide receiver on his way to make a tackle on that football. Almost picking up that first down, though. As now we got another 2nd and short coming up. Phillips under shotgun, going to drop back and pass. And finding his his running back, Joe Cook. Gain of 11 there. And that is all the receiving yards that Joe Cook has received so far in the day. As they'll go 5 wide on the next play. Phillips looking to scramble again. Doesn't fumble it, but does take a big shot from Grady Phillips again. I'm surprised he hung up onto that football. And now it's another 1st and 10. Halfback draw. Blair getting to the outside, trying to run away from Grady Nugent, but he's not having any of that. Still a really nice carry, though, by Trey Blair. We'll see if he's still on the field or not, but it looks like Joe Phillips is back out, but Phillips can't run away from the defensive line. Jamari Stewart again. And they just forgot to block him straight up. I don't know if it was a misassignment or anything like that, but probably the easiest sack that we've had this entire season so far. And yet, despite the fact that we get them to a 3rd and long, they still find a way to pick up that first down anyways. But hey, ever since that first quarter, though, we have come through with 28 unanswered points so far in this game. We'll see if we can add on to that total in the 4th. So let's go and do just that. Let's add some points to that unanswered total that we've gotten so far. As Phillips tries to scramble again, but he fumbles it again. This time, Jamari Stewart is going to be able to go ahead and pick it up for the USF Bulls. As it looks like it might have been one of the defensive tackles that got it loose there. And now we got the football right back in our hands as Temple tries to be a little bit aggressive, so we tried to set up the halfback screen there. However, they was on it, man, so it's going to be incomplete. Definitely okay with that. Could have been a loss, but we got a little bit lucky there, as we will throw over the middle to Trey Myers, who picks up a gain of 12 on that one, his 4th catch of the day. Is now 2nd and 10 coming up. McLean in the shotgun, looking to his right, finds Tyler Ray again, who cannot pick up any yards after the catch. But it is his 8th catch of the day, though, and he is now at 69 yards, which is nice, by the way. But that won't last long, as Tyler Ray gets yet another catch, his 9th catch of this ball game. And he's now up to 80 yards receiving. Definitely making them pay with those underneath routes for sure. And speaking of the underneath, we're going to run it up with Kenneth Simmons there, who picks up a gain of 5, his 5th carry of the day. Should expect a bigger role from Kenneth Simmons, no matter how the rest of his game goes. If we do score a touchdown here, I'm going to put the backups in, because I still haven't seen Ben Archie re-enter this game. I hope it's not serious. Hopefully it's not one of those multi-week injuries, because that would be really not helpful for us. Like, I wouldn't say devastating, because we still have Timmy McClain. Timmy McClain getting injured, that would be devastating, right? But Ben Archie, he's an important part of his offense, and I guess we're so thin at running back. We got our fullback in, playing as our third string tailback, Chuck Silva, but doing a good job regardless, though. He's able to run it up into the end zone. It's another touchdown for Southern Florida, and that's how this game ends up ending. We end up scoring 35 unanswered points, and we win big here in the city of brotherly love. We end up winning by a final score of 42-10, and we were just looking good on all 3 phases. Probably one of the more complete games that we have actually played over the course of this season, and that will certainly be a really nice booster for us for the morale. So another great performance from our football team as we put together yet another complete game that allowed us to play our backups a little bit in the 4th quarter, as we got contributions from our offense, defense, special teams. It came from everywhere, and you love to see it. We ended up with 254 yards on the ground with 217 passing. Temple did have 223 through the air, but we only allowed them 69 yards rushing, and if you ask me, that's extremely nice. 5 for 14 for 3rd down conversions, and we also forced multiple fumbles in this game, both of which, if I am not mistaken, both led to touchdowns for us when the game actually mattered. So great performance for us once again. Should get us up in the polls. So checking out the stats for us in this one, and we actually saw all 3 quarterbacks play. Timmy McClain was our main guy, 22 for 25, 217 and 3 touchdowns. Also saw Mitch Steele and Ryan Wood get a little bit of playing time as well. They're going to compete with each other for that starting quarterback job next season, but for now, neither of them did complete a pass. Rushing wise, didn't see anyone hit 100 yards, but Ben Archie was really close. Would have gotten it if he didn't hurt himself, but we do have to check on his injury since we didn't see him come back into the game. Kenneth Simmons, Timmy McClain, and Chuck Silva, our fullback, who also doubles as our 3rd string running back as well. They did all manage to get into the end zone, and all 3 of those guys can step up and provide good rushing production if Ben Archie is out for a long period of time. Now, for our receivers, once again, not a lot of diversity, I would say, but Tyler Ray did lead the way once again. He ended up with 9 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Nathan Steffens and Spencer Tate did also find the end zone as well. But the only other receiver with more than 50 yards today was Trey Myers. He ended up with 4 catches and 54 yards. Now, defensively, besides the deep bomb that we gave up on our first defensive play of the game, the defense played really fantastic today. And Eric Houston, he came up and led the team in tackles today. 7 tackles, 2 TFLs. Grady Nugent was not far behind with 6 tackles and 1 TFL. We got to this quarterback quite a bit today. We ended up with 5 total sacks in this one. Marvin Jackson and Jamari Stewart, our 2 defensive linemen, did end up with 2 sacks apiece, with Ryan Bennett getting up in there and getting a sack himself. But we didn't get any interceptions. However, we did get a couple of forced fumbles. Ryan Bennett was able to get a forced fumble, and then Grady Nugent was also able to get a forced fumble. Meanwhile, Eric Houston, who did lead the team in tackles today, he got a fumble recovery, and then Jamari Stewart was also able to go ahead, get a fumble recovery as well. But like I said, guys, nice all-around performance. I love to see it, as it will get us ready to go for who we have in the next episode. So since we left that Troy game a little bit early, and before you even go about preview for the next episode, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of a custom prospect update, seeing how you guys are doing. as we are getting some more commitments. First and foremost, we got Naheem McDaniels. He is a three-star corner from Lynette, Alabama, and he was in a recruiting battle. South Alabama also wanted him really bad, but it looks like he is going to go and play for the Troy Trojans. And while we're waiting for his older brother to pick a program to play with, this is going to be a solid pickup for the Sun Belt program. Definitely someone to watch out for as he gets some more development. But he will not be the only custom prospect that will be signing, as we also get word from Line Tibergian, I believe is how you pronounce it. He is from Jefferson City, Missouri, and he definitely is a burner. Don't let that 40 time change that whatsoever. Dude is a 4-star prospect, listed as a 71 overall. And he's a guy where he hasn't officially signed, but he is definitely a soft commit to Nebraska. So unless there's something really wonky that happens in the near future, expect him to play for the Nebraska Cornhuskers next season. But speaking of recruiting, I also want to give a quick update to my recruiting board, as we actually did end up adding a few guys to it. First and foremost, we did add 4-star JUCO Andre Harrell recently. He's from Ron Branch, New Jersey, 30th ranked wide receiver in his class. Gives us, just a veteran presence. We have a lot of young wide receivers. Right now, it's early in the process. We're the only scholarship offer as of right now. And you already know I'm not afraid of going after these JUCOs. But the biggest person that I wanted to bring in was a custom prospect for you guys. John Gordon, 6'1", 235 pounds, from Washington, D.C. He's a 10th ranked quarterback in his class, even listed as a pocket passer, but he is someone that could really be a talented quarterback. 78 overall, he's a gem prospect. Right now, while we're technically not in the lead for him, we are the only school that has offered a scholarship. Chris Wheatley is another person that I really want on this list. He's a 4-star guy, number 7 cornerback. Right now, we're in a big recruiting battle for him right now. It is a 3-team race between us, Texas Tech, and Tulsa, who is also in the American Conference. Another player that we recently added is Brian Harris, 4-star athlete from Albertsville, Alabama. 26th ranked athlete in this recruiting class. Seems like a pretty good fit for us. And another gem prospect, that's somebody that we could either put at running back or at wide receiver. Seems like more of an offensive weapon than a defensive weapon. But right now we are building up quite a lead for him, as we are the only school to have offered him a scholarship. And the last major player that I wanted to talk about, since we just added him onto the recruiting board, is Marcus Tate. He is from Kauai, Hawaii, and is the 28th athlete in this class. 4-star guy as well, and maybe not a gem, but we got a +4 in the overall. That's really good. Definitely a burner. He's got 90 free speed to go with it, and he's a guy that I would really love to bring over here to USF. Can be a very dynamic playmaker for us, and we're also the only scholarship for him. Now, the last person that I kind of want to go into detail about is kind of an update on Jermell Jackson. He's the 8th corner in this class still, and we've been in a recruiting battle with him for a minute. Yes, he may be undersized at 5'10", but he makes up for it with the fact that he has really good speed at 94 speed right now, and he has solid coverage and tackling abilities. He's someone that could certainly play for us right away in his freshman campaign, whether that is as a nickel corner for us or somebody that could even play special teams for us. He's someone that can really make an effect in the return game, and we're still in a recruiting battle with him right now. Right now, it's between us, Vanderbilt, and Bowling Green, and this is a recruiting battle that we're probably going to take into the offseason. So in the next episode of this Dynasty, we are actually going to go ahead and play our final regular season game, and it's a big one, our biggest regular season game of the year. The war on I-4 is between us and UCF, who just bolted for the Big 12. We didn't play this rivalry game last year because the American does not protect rivalry games for conference scheduling. So it's been a couple of years since we played these guys, and honestly, Nothing would make me happier than to tear these guys apart. But I'll leave that for next episode, though. In the meantime, if you enjoyed today's content, I need you guys to do me a favor. Smash that like button, and then also hit that subscribe button as well if you have to be brand new. This is John J. Gaming on the mic, signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.